Most buyers evaluate suppliers the wrong way. They look at price first, or they look at a shiny website, or they get impressed by a factory video that shows clean machines and friendly staff. But then the real problems show up later. The factory can't actually handle your volume, or the quality looks good in samples but fails in mass production, or delivery becomes a disaster. Delays, excuses, missed deadlines. So today, I want to share a simple framework you can use to evaluate any supplier in China or anywhere else. I call it the Supplier Due Diligence Triangle: capacity times quality times delivery. If one side collapses, the whole triangle collapses. And here's the key: you can't fix supplier problems with more follow-up or more pressure if the fundamentals are wrong. You need to qualify the supplier correctly before you commit. Let's break it down. First, why a triangle? Because supplier risk almost always comes from three areas. Can they produce enough? Can they produce consistently? Can they deliver on time? That's it. Everything else, communication, paperwork, even price, is secondary. If you want stable importing, you need stability in these three sides. Let's start with side number one: capacity. When people hear capacity, they think only about factory size. How many machines do you have? How many workers? How many containers do you ship per month? Those are useful, but they're not enough. Real capacity is not just maximum output. Real capacity is reliable output at your required specification, on your timeline, with your product type. So what should you check? Number one, production line match. A factory may be big, but not big in the right way. For example, a factory might be excellent at standard products, but weak at customized products. Or they might be strong at one material, but inexperienced with your specific finish. Ask, have you produced products similar to mine before, in material, construction, and complexity? Don't accept yes, we can. Ask for proof, real production photos, past order examples, or a reference product. Number two, capacity during peak season. Many suppliers can deliver in a quiet month. The real test is their busiest months. In China, scheduling pressure goes up around major holidays, peak export seasons, and special campaigns. So ask, what is your lead time in peak season? How do you manage overload? Do you outsource part of production? Outsourcing is not always bad, but if you don't know about it, you lose control. Number three, staffing and bottlenecks. Every factory has bottlenecks. Maybe they have enough cutting machines, but not enough finishing capacity. Maybe their packaging line is slow. Maybe the final QC team is too small. So you want to find the bottleneck early. A simple question is, what is the slowest step in your process for this product? And then ask, if we double our order quantity next season, what would break first? Good suppliers will answer clearly. Bad suppliers will give vague answers. Now, here's a huge mistake buyers make on capacity. They assume a big factory means priority. But in reality, if you are a small buyer, a big factory may treat you as low priority. So your real capacity question is also about your position in their customer list. Are you a VIP client or a small test order they will delay when big clients push? At Yan Sourcing, when we screen suppliers, we don't just ask, how big are you? We evaluate, are they the right size for this buyer? Can this buyer get stable production slots? Sometimes the best supplier is not the biggest one, it's the one where you matter. Okay, side number two, quality. Quality is not about whether the factory says they have quality control. Every factory will say that. Quality means consistent output that matches your standards over time. So how do you check quality correctly? Start with one concept. Samples don't prove mass production quality. Samples are often made by the most skilled workers, or made slowly with extra attention, or even made with different materials. So your job is to confirm repeatability. Here are 3 checks you can do. Number 1, define quality in measurable terms. Most quality disputes come from unclear standards. For example, the buyer says, "The color is wrong." The factory says, "It is within normal range." So what is normal? You need measurable standards. Dimensions with tolerances, material grade, finish type, functional testing method, packaging drop test requirements. If your standard is vague, you will lose every argument later. Number 2, check the quality system, not just the product. Ask, do you have incoming material inspection? Do you have in-process checks? Do you have final inspection? Who signs off? You want to see a workflow. Even better, ask to see recent inspection records for similar products. A factory with a real system can show documents, checklists, and real defect tracking. A factory without a system relies on experience, and experience is not a system. Number 3, do the right type of inspection at the right time. For example, pre-production check, confirm materials, specs, and sample approval. During production inspection, catch issues early before everything is finished. Pre-shipment inspection, verify final quantity, workmanship, and packing before it leaves. If you only inspect at the end, you pay the highest price for problems. At Yan Sourcing, we often combine inspections with a clear pass-fail decision rule, so the supplier knows the standard before they start. That alone changes behavior. Now, here's a practical quality question you should always ask. What are the top 3 defects for this product category, and how do you prevent them? Great suppliers know the defects and prevention methods. If they can't answer, it's a warning sign. Okay, side number 3, delivery. Delivery is not just shipping time. Delivery is the supplier's ability to meet deadlines reliably, even when surprises happen. And surprises always happen. Materials arrive late, machines break, workers quit, power issues, quality rework. So delivery reliability is really about planning and risk management. Here's how to check it. Number 1, lead time breakdown. Don't accept one number like 35 days. Ask for breakdown. How many days for material purchasing? How many days for production? How many days for finishing? How many days for packing? How many days buffer? A supplier who can break it down usually understands their process. A supplier who can't break it down is guessing. Number 2, on-time delivery history. Ask, what is your on-time delivery rate? In the past 3 months, how many orders were delayed? Why? Even if they don't have perfect data, their attitude matters. A good supplier will admit delays and explain prevention steps. A risky supplier will say, "We never delay," which is usually not true. Number 3, packaging and readiness for shipment. Many buyers forget that finished product is not ready to ship. If the supplier is slow on packaging, labeling, or documentation, delivery still fails. So ask about packing standard, labeling requirements, carton marks, palletizing, export documentation support. For project-type orders, like building materials for a hotel or apartment, packing and labeling is often as important as production. If cartons are not labeled by room, floor, or category, your site team will waste days. At Yan Sourcing, for project shipments, we often create a packing and labeling plan before production ends, so consolidation and container loading become smooth. Now let's talk about the triangle effect. Capacity, quality, and delivery are linked. If capacity is weak, delivery fails. If quality is unstable, delivery fails because of rework. If delivery planning is weak, quality can be rushed and decline. So you need a balanced supplier. And here's the big lesson. A supplier is only good if they are good for your situation. Your order size, your complexity, your timeline, your market requirements, all of that matters. Now I'll give you a simple scorecard you can use. For each side of the triangle, capacity, quality, delivery, score the supplier from 1 to 5. 1 means high risk, 5 means strong and proven. Then apply this rule. If any side is 2 or below, don't proceed to mass production. Fix the risk first, or find another supplier, because the triangle collapses at the weakest side. Let's run a quick example. Imagine you found a supplier with excellent quality samples. Quality score, 5, but their capacity is unclear and they keep changing lead times. Capacity score, 2. Delivery score, 2. This is not a good supplier. This is a risky supplier with good samples, and samples don't pay for your delays. Or another example, a huge factory with big capacity. Capacity score, 5, but their QC system is weak and they can't show defect tracking. Quality score, 2. Again, triangle collapses. Now, what should you do after you qualify the triangle? Here's the smart next step. Start with a controlled first order, not too big, not too small. Big enough that the factory treats it seriously, but small enough that you can manage risk. During this first order, you test the triangle in real life. Do they reserve production capacity? Does quality stay stable across batches? Do they hit deadlines when something changes? That first order tells you more than 10 promises. And if you want to accelerate this process, you need local execution. Because the most reliable way to verify a supplier is to see what happens on the ground. How they manage materials. How they handle production changes. How they respond to defects. How they pack and prepare for shipment. That's exactly where a China-based team adds value. At Yan Sourcing, we help buyers build and verify this triangle with real checks, supplier screening, sample validation, factory audits when needed, inspection plans, production follow-up, and shipment coordination. So instead of buying on hope, you buy on evidence. Let's close with a quick recap. Supplier Due Diligence Triangle. Capacity, not just size, the right capability, stable slots, and bottleneck control. Quality, measurable standards, repeatability, and a real system. Delivery, lead time breakdown, planning, and shipment readiness. If any side is weak, the triangle fails. Use this framework and you'll avoid most supplier disasters before they start. If you want help applying this framework to your next product or project, and you want a local team in China to screen suppliers, follow production, check quality, and manage shipping, you can contact Yan Sourcing through the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.